Hello and welcome to the Snowcast with Abi Lee
and Lizzie Crickenden.
In the programme this week, the British Snow Tour gets underway this weekend. Chamonix Tourist Office receives an international environmental standard and a new base building opens at Coronet Peak.
After a successful British Freestyle Championships in Lax, the British Snow Tour returns to the UK. The first event of the tour kicks off this weekend at the Halifax Ski Centre with the Quicksilver Rail Jam and Big Air competitions. There are also free lessons on offer which you can register for on the Snow Tour website. We'll be bringing you all the results and action throughout the tour, which will take place over the summer at the dry slopes of Chatham and Norfolk and the indoor slopes of Castleford, Milton Keynes and Braehead.
After 8 months of hard work, the Chamonix Tourist Office has obtained the ISO 14001 environmental standard. The resort itself has already gained the standard, but the Tourist Office is only the second in France to obtain it and implement a system of environmental management. The Tourist Board's certification forms part of the resort's larger ecotourism project, Chamonix Goes Green, which you can find out more about online at the address on your screen. And information about green resorts around the world can be found on the website respectthemountain.com.
Make sure you have a look. And now Coronet Peak's base building was officially opened in the New Zealand resort last weekend. The development of the brand new base building began 7 months ago and is part of a $30 million project that includes the installation of a world-leading snowmaking system. 2 plaques were unveiled at the event, the first declaring the building formally opened, while the second recognised the building's nickname, JSD's Lodge, after NZ Ski chairman John Davies for his determination to see the project through.
And in the snow this week, well, for Austria it's been a really wet, rainy week, and on Monday the Multau Glacier was closed. Luckily the bad weather has now subsided and they've reopened 9 kilometres of piste. However, at all resorts, including Hintertux, the Dachstein Glacier and Stubai, conditions underfoot are really wet and heavy, so it's definitely best to get up early and hit the slopes then. If you're in France, unfortunately on Thursday, bad weather is really affecting the resorts of Val d'Isère, Tignes and Les Deux Alpes. Val d'Isère and Tignes are both closed due to high winds, and at Les Deux Alpes, the number of lifts has been reduced to only 7. So hopefully this weekend the conditions will improve and they will be able to go back to normal. Bad weather is also affecting Zermatt, that is closed on Thursday, but good news for Switzerland is that Saas-Fee will open on Saturday. They've got a good base, it's over 2 metres, so some good skiing should be enjoyed up there. In Italy, unfortunately there's bad news as well, the Pristina Glacier is also closed due to poor weather, but on Friday, Cervinia is set to open for their summer season. So good weather is forecast for the weekend, so it should be all right up there. While bad weather can also be found at Whistler, which is in North America. The Blackcomb Glacier is open from 10 o'clock, but conditions underfoot are really wet because of the bad weather they've had, and it looks set to stay for the weekend ahead. In America, Timberline is looking much better. Some great spring conditions can be found there. There is a chance of unsettled weather before the weekend, but after that it should brighten up.
So a bit of a mixed bag in the Northern Hemisphere, and moving to the Southern Hemisphere, well, things are a bit more steady, and it generally means that there's some new snow coming, which is great news all across the Southern Hemisphere. Starting in Australia, things have really picked up across the country, and it looks much better now. Falls Creek and Mount Hotham have both managed to open, and they've had fresh snow and snowmaking going on there. And Mount Buller and Selwyn snowfields have also managed to reopen as well, so things are looking much better across Australia. And in New Zealand, again, more snow and more forecasted for this weekend as well, so great news. Cardrona has had 15 centimetres of new snow, and at Mount Hutt, as you can see, they've had to be shovelling away all the new snow. They've had 15 centimetres of snow there, and it's taken quite a while to clear that up. And in the Remarkables, great news there. They opened last weekend, and as you can see, people have been enjoying taking the first chair up at the weekend. And good news continued because they've had 8 centimetres of fresh snow already this week. So great news for New Zealand. And moving over to South America, starting off in Chile, excellent really all around Chile, especially in the 3 valley resorts of El Colorado, La Pava and Valle Nevado. They've had a lovely sunny week, and it looks like a great weekend ahead as well. And other resorts are Portillo, especially. They've had a wonderful start to the season, and it looks great. Lovely skiing there. And finally in Argentina, Chapelco has managed to open. They have 3 lifts open now and 5 runs. and snow is forecast this weekend. So good news all around the Southern Hemisphere. It looks like a lovely weekend of skiing.
And at last the season's kicking off in Australia because it wasn't looking too hot. But on Ski TV this week, keep fit over the summer with the first in a series of fitness videos from the Skiing Skills programme.
So that your knees are in this roughly the same angle that they would be if you were skiing. And you're going to hold your position there. And this is specifically training the quadriceps muscles, the muscles on the front of the thigh, for their endurance capacity. So obviously that's very necessary when you're cruising down nice long runs. You need to make sure that your thigh muscles can carry on working and not burning up. So when you're in this position, make sure that your kneecap is over your second toe and the arch of the foot is lifted so that the foot isn't rolled in and that you're not skew whiff on one side.
Well, that's all for the programme this week. We hope you enjoyed the show and we look forward to seeing you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.